Happy Facebook Live Wednesday. As many of you know, I laid my mom to rest. She had her funeral was last Friday on Black Friday, but our family will be having a burial. She has, it's my first time ever dealing with cremation, and we will be having a brief ceremony this Friday at the Wahoo Veteran Cemetery where she will join my dad. So, with the holidays coming up, I decided, you know what, it is December 1st. I will put on my Christmas stuff and just see how this Facebook Live goes. I've never missed a Facebook Live. We will be traveling to the Big Island and staying at the Waikoloa Hilton, and we are really needing this family Christmas vacation. But those of you who are maybe suffering from grief or maybe just kind of weary about this new Omicron variant, I mean, what do we do, right? I had some questions that I was going to do for my Living 808 segment, but I decided to I think I'm going to do a New Year's. I'm preparing for the New Year's instead. So since I already had my questions prepared, I wanted to share them during my Facebook Live Wednesday. And if any of you guys are interested, please join Mello, Deslin, and I tomorrow on our Aloha Mindset Parenting. We have a live Zoom every Thursday, and it's going to be at 10:30 a.m. Hawaii time. So what suggestions do you have? Jordan, do you have any suggestions on handling what I call, right? It's our second holiday season where we are in the midst of the continuing, right? I call it the forever changing new normal. And I think we've been very creative celebrating birthdays. My daughter was, having the first drive-by graduation in 2020 when it all started. We've had weddings and even funerals. My mom did have a monitor outside of the chapel where people who were not vaccinated could still view the service and view the casket. So it's been kind of an insane journey, how a global pandemic can affect the simplest of holidays, right? Or special occasions. Weddings had to be canceled. Some of my friends had postponed funerals and waited some of them waited over a year. And now that Hawaii is opening more, starting today, December 1st, more and more people are contemplating whether they should, come to Hawaii to celebrate Christmas, so you don't have to have those chilly holiday weather. But because of this new variant, people are wondering, right, what do we do? Well, I think we need to show children that a global pandemic does not have to ruin the holidays, right? And we are adaptable. You have to give our schools credit for, a lot of schools have been criticized and blasted over the Zoom, the virtual classrooms. I was very reluctant to tutor during using Zoom. And I'm finding that when it's one-on-one, I've had amazing positive interactions with my students, because it's one-on-one. And we get creative. I have them draw on the whiteboard. We do memory games, and we, really have learned how to use it. If Zoom gets all, weird, I've actually tutored using Instagram DMs. Yes, I've done algebra using Instagram DMs. And sometimes if the volume is like all weird, I see them, right, on Zoom, but then they use their phone for audio. I mean, we have been very creative. So how do parents, right? I'm grieving, but I'm still able to grieve with peace, and I'm not sure how I'm going to handle the holidays, but I know if you're suffering from either a breakup, maybe it is your first time celebrating the holidays without your loved ones. We've lost many loved ones, and family and friends have been having a hard time even adjusting to not even holidays, but just day-to-day existence, right? wearing masks, forgetting to put our mask on while we're going to put gas at Costco, or wondering, right, will the mask mandate eventually change? We have no idea. So I like to teach kids about unpredictability, right, facing disappointment, because life, as we know into our adulthood, it is never what we expected, right? I wasn't sure how many people to expect during the funeral, which is in a special occasion. And we adjusted. And I think telling ourselves that no matter what is happening and that it is meant to happen, that's a hard one sometimes, right? Were you meant to lose a loved one? Was your child meant to cut class or fail, or maybe not do what you feel that they should be doing? The shoulds can get us into a lot of trouble. So instead of focusing on the right gifts, I don't know how many of you went shopping on Black Friday, how many of you are stressed and decided to do online shopping. Shopping in general can be overrated, but we've been trained. You must come up with, your child's dream list, right? This list that is given to Santa can cause tremendous stress. So what can we do? I think personally, we need to simplify the holidays, right? Teach your children maybe how to bake your favorite dessert or a family meal that you folks haven't made in a while, or a favorite meal that everyone looks forward to. Gather everyone in the kitchen and have a bake fest, a dinner fest, a lunch fest. But the main thing is, choose simple activities rather than, having to go shopping for the endless Christmas list, right? So you don't, how we do not disappoint our children? By preparing for them. This Christmas, because we're still going, good morning, Deslin Hakias, instead of, the traditional, like, what do you want for Christmas? Change that. As parents, we can lead them to believe that there are new family traditions that can take place. We are going to maybe feel a little disappointment as a teenager, as a child. I know my daughters wanted a real Christmas tree, and we said, you know what, we're not doing that this year because the cat might be eating branches, there's no pines all over. Not that I'm a Scrooge. I think I'm a partial Scrooge, because we're the ones that have to clean it up, right? And make sure that the dogs and the cat don't tear the Christmas tree apart. So they, looked disappointed, and they said, hey, can we get a wreath? One of those fresh wreaths. And I said, let's talk about it as a family, right? Since we'll be gone for about a week, but our home alarm system will be on, and we will be having a really great pet sitter stay with us. But teach kids to do holiday crafts. You don't have to be 3 or 5 to participate and have fun in holiday ornaments. I told my daughters, let's do the fun, sweet smelling cinnamon ornaments, because sometimes over the years they end up getting brittle and they break, and the girls were excited. I thought, look at this. I have a 19 and 25-year-old, and Christmas crafts still can be fun. So whether you have a 3-year-old or a 33-year-old, do something that involves an activity rather than, the shopping. If you're into the shopping, great. Online shopping makes it easier, but sometimes we might be on a budget. Sometimes we just might not want to go online, right? I get paralyzed sometimes in just the choices. So I'm struggling with, what do I give my students? Do I create a painting? Do I make them maybe do an activity, right? And train them that gifts do not have to be tangible gifts. Gifts can be fun activities. Gifts can be, maybe just a drive around the island or wherever you are during this, whatever state you're in, whatever country you're in. Just drive around and enjoy Christmas decorations. Or just sit around and share past holiday favorite memories instead of the stressful family Christmas photo, which I don't think I'm going to be doing it this year. And I used to have to send out over 100 of them, with clients and family and Thomas's coworkers, the girls' friends. We can do a family video, do a video and share it online, or send it. Now we can text videos, right? And just make it easier on you because we have enough stress as it is when it is not the holiday season, right? So another question people ask me is, what are simple Christmas gifts, right? I'm telling you guys to simplify Christmas. What can we do? Do you know, and I never thought of this, this is a good one, offer to do chores for your child for a week instead of like, it's your turn to do the dishes, right? It's your turn to take out the trash. Whatever chores that you usually tell your child to do, say, you know, for Christmas, I'm going to do your chores for a week. You can even be, well, I don't know if I'm going to do this. No, I'm not going to do this, but even offer to clean their room or a portion of their room. I might just do a portion, you know, like a 2-foot by 2-foot area. But whatever it is, show your love by teaching your kids that love during Christmas does not have to equate to the latest video game or the latest beauty product or the latest toy, because we have been trained to, you know, write this Santa wish list, and it usually has to involve a physical item. Chelsea actually taught me this. When she was younger, she wrote on her Christmas list to Santa to find her sister a prom date, which we thought was kind of funny but cute at the same time. It's like, wow, she thought in that, you know, I don't know how she was, she maybe was about 10 or 12, to think about, you know, asking Santa for a prom date. That's pretty magical powers that Santa has, that not does he have must not just have a toy shop to create toys, but he must have magical powers, right? If someone wishes for a boyfriend, someone wishes for straight A's, someone wishes for, right, a non-physical gift. But think about that. You can be creative when it comes to using a love language and maybe saying, you know what, I'm all yours today. What do you want to do? And your son might want you to play video games, or your son might want just 24 hours of having a video game marathon. Let them do it without judgment, right? How do we teach children the true meaning of Christmas? I've been thinking about this. And if we teach children, right, that helping struggling families, you've seen this, right? It's you have the Be an Angel with the Lokahi tree in Hawaii, Helping Hands Hawaii links the community to families who are in need, and you can adopt a family. And I thought this does not have to mean just during the holidays. I was searching how to help families during the holidays. You know that these families need help when it's not the holiday season, right? So it's a perfect opportunity, I think, to incorporate a new tradition, right? I remember years ago, we volunteered to serve meals to military families whose, you know, their dad or their mom were, you know, away, deployed. And we thought, wow, this is a great way. It was supposed to be a family tradition. We did it once. And, you know, I had to release the guilt that I did not continue on this tradition. But even if it's, you know, sporadic, you do it once, find new creative ways. Donate like toys to maybe Shriners or a hospital where kids will be celebrating Christmas in their hospital bed, you know, and that's hard when you have families who need to be at the hospital and they can't have their children at home. And talk about how grateful, you know, this gratitude doesn't have to just be during Thanksgiving or only when we want children to know, you know, you should be grateful because, and we just have this list that we want our kids to know, you know, be appreciative and make it a daily thing, a weekly thing, a monthly thing, but just incorporate just simple holiday ideas that children, right? We need to teach children that the holidays are not all about getting. It truly is about giving, and it does warm our hearts when we do give. I'm going to give a shout out to Thomas, my husband, and the Oceanic Golf Group. I don't know if many of you heard, but Nimitz Elementary School, I believe, their water, they have no clean water because there's fuel in their water. And so they, Thomas collected donations, and they picked up, I think, 30 cases of water in his truck, and they drove it to the school so that kids will have clean water. So, simple things like that can really make a huge difference when it comes to making a family, making a child, making a friend happy. I've been thinking of how do I thank the people who've been so supportive during my losing my mom. I've had so many of you guys have reached out, leaving voicemails, just touching my heart. And I just found out that one of my really close soul sisters who taught with me in Hawaii decades ago ordered peace lilies, and they'll be delivered Friday. And I just thought, I'm just amazed at how genuine, just warm-hearted people surround you in your life. And if they're not nurturing, if they give you more stress, we had to do that. I know many of you know, but we were involved in a family lawsuit, and then you hear from other people that family doesn't mean that you're obligated to have them in your life. And it is a tough place to be when your daughter or your mother or your aunt or your uncle or your in-laws or siblings, right? What do you do during the holiday spirit? There is no right or wrong, but I choose peace. And my mission is to help families choose peace and release the guilt and do whatever brings you more peace. Some people feel that, I have more peace doing things out of obligation, right? Because they don't like the after effects of cutting the ties. Whatever brings you peace, that's the choice to make during the holidays. What about the suggestions that people are still dealing with when you can't celebrate in person? Before FaceTime, before Zoom, before even Facebook Messenger video, right? We had a difficult time being with people and now during COVID, right? I think I have never enjoyed Zoom as much as I do. I did not like it. I was intimidated by it. And now with the weekly Aloha Mindset Parenting sessions that Deslin and Mello and I do, I know that many of you are just tired of virtual meetings, but I invite you to be open-minded and celebrate the holidays virtually if you are unable to be with loved ones, family and friends. I want to share something not holiday related, but I had no idea how much peace my cousin had in Japan when we FaceTimed her as soon as my mom passed, and she said, "Can I see her?" And there was like a split second of awkwardness because we thought, wow, is it something that someone wants to see? And you can tell as soon as she saw my mom's face, she said she looks so calm, so at peace. And right before we hung up, she said, "Can I just see her one more time?" And then I realized at that moment how valuable, technology has blessed us with an opportunity to use Zoom, use Facebook, FaceTime or Facebook Messenger, Instagram video. I've had conversations that, with people in the UK, in Australia, Canada, in Japan. It's like when my mom was at the care home or my mom wanted to see her loved ones and my daughter was away in California, to say goodnight every night and have Sabrina call my mom and have my mom's face light up just because she saw a friendly face. She might have gotten mixed up on who it was, but she knew that it was someone special in her life. So make the holidays, however you want it to be. If I've given myself permission to be a Grinch during some holidays, I thought, you know what? I am not doing gift giving. I am not doing Christmas cards. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to be ostracized from society. And guess what? The world did not end. I did not die. Justin always says, "Did you die?" No, I didn't die, but I felt like I was going to die. I felt like I was going to be judged. And guess what? If people are judging you for whatever you decide to do, then ask yourself, should you believe what they say? Because we should be feeling self-love, self-worth. Our self-esteem should not ever be affected by what anyone says about us, to us, and even like if they gossip about us. I had like a nightmare about, what if we don't have enough bentos? What if people say, oh my gosh, you ran out of bentos? Destin just said I can relate. And the fear of judgment, the stories that we tell ourselves, is what causes us stress. Because is it really true? You might really believe that your child, whether they're 3 or 33, that they are upset with you. And even if they are upset with you, it's okay. It doesn't define your value as a parent. I've had my kids upset at me many times, and I'm realizing it doesn't affect the love we feel for each other. And if it does affect the love that you folks feel towards each other, that's okay too. I work with parents whose kids have alienated them in their lives, and if your child decides not to talk to you, or you feel that I'm not ready to talk to you, and it could be a child or a friend or a family member, then give yourself permission to celebrate the holidays with the people that you choose to be with. Because even if they're family, you know how family dynamics can be, and it's not, abnormal to have family dysfunction. And the holidays can create more of stress, right? Planning a family funeral, planning a wedding, birthday, graduation, you name it, right? Who do you invite? I think there was a blessing in a way when COVID made it, made it impossible to have everyone, because sometimes simplifying the holidays is what we need. But if you want to invite, right, I think the numbers are unlimited now, or at least like it's okay to have 100 people, right? When we went to the the Joe Coy concert, it felt weird being like just inches away. The chairs were all like super close together. We're wearing masks, and it was still fun, but wearing masks does put a damper on interaction, right? Because you're wanting to breathe. You just, sometimes it becomes a normality, right? You don't even realize. I think someone had a birthday party and their child tried to blow birthday candles with their mask on, not gonna happen. And it's kind of funny because now we are feeling normal wearing masks, and then you wonder, is it okay not to wear masks? Even if you're outdoors, even if it's mandated that, hey, we can go outdoors now without masks, right? I am deflecting, but you know what I mean. My whole thing is during the holidays, give yourself permission. If you want to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to have a bad hair day. I'm going to take off this, not even have any Christmas decorations. It's fine. I'm thinking of having my daughters decorate the tree, and let's see how that goes, because I might be in the mood. I might not. Tried to listen to Christmas music, and I wasn't too sure how I felt about it. I actually was going to play some because there's no copyright Christmas music. And in the last minute, I thought, I'll wear my Santa hat, tita bun for Miss Deslin. Yeah, do whatever your heart tells you to do without judgment. That's the hardest part, because we judge ourselves, right? It's like, oh my gosh, what are they going to think if I say this, if I do this, if I don't respond the right way, right? We need to stop putting so much pressure to be, the best parent, to be the best daughter, to be the best friend. Because if people are not accepting us exactly the way we are, ask yourself, do you really want them in your life? And then you might say, well, my children kind of irritate me. Do I want them in my life? Okay. If you have 3-year-olds, they will be in your life, right? I have, my 2 daughters are here. Sabrina will be leaving soon, venturing off to California. But you know what? It's okay to be upset at each other and just create distance. This one mom that I interviewed said whenever she needs space, she takes a shower. She might have to take 13 showers a day, but she knows that if she just uses the bathroom and she's on the toilet, then you hear, right? Mom, mom, mom. But if you're in the shower, they know that you're going to need time. So take 13 showers a day. Take a walk around the neighborhood. So you know what? I just need some fresh air. And then you walk for an hour or 2. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Deslin. And anyone who's watching this, I invite you to just share a comment on how you plan to deal with the holiday stress. Are you planning on going shopping either online, in person? I actually went to Bath and Body Works and the line wasn't that long. I walked out with nothing because I couldn't decide what I wanted. I think online shopping has made it a lot easier, but you know what? Let's stop stressing about giving the right gifts and wanting to see our children just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you got me this. Let's train our kids that, you know what? It's about giving to families who are struggling. It's about activities and creating memories that don't involve physical gifts. I'm not saying don't do the physical gifts, but just don't stress out about it. Yay, have a good day. Kaino will be with his dad for the holidays, so enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Okay, maybe you can catch a flight to Honolulu. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I will be doing my Facebook Live Wednesday on the 15th from the Big Island, but we only have 4 more Wednesdays until we celebrate 2022. So join Deslin, Mello, and I tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Hawaii time or 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we will be sharing how to handle holiday stress. So join us, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.